Airplanes, guns, and ships.
WICR.
Welcome back, guys. Hi, Kate.
Hi, Abby.
All right, we have our sports update and one more political story. I'll go first with our story from CNN. So, as some of you know, John Boehner recently resigned from being the Speaker of the House, Republican Speaker of the House in our House of Representatives. This is the United States now. We're not talking about Canadian politics. So, John Boehner is set to resign at the end of the month because he doesn't really want to be the Speaker of the House anymore. I think it has something to do with his conscience. He was bawling his eyes out when Pope Francis came and spoke to Congress, and then he announced his resignation a few days later. So that's a thing.
Wasn't it a day later? Was it a day
Might
later?
have been a day later.
I think it was a day later.
Yeah, it was like really soon afterwards. So like, it's pretty easy to see a correlation.
Because I know you were excited about that.
I was very excited about both things. But the Republican Party wants to make Paul Ryan the new Speaker of the House. Now, you may remember Paul Ryan from the 2012 presidential race. He was the running mate of Senator John McCain for vice president. And so he has the most support to be the Republican Speaker of the House because the Republicans have the majority in the House. And he's actually their second choice. Originally, people thought it was going to be McCarthy, but he said that he didn't want it because there's a lot of issues going on right now that I would not want to be Speaker of the House. Let's just put it that way. So Paul Ryan said that he would accept the position on a few conditions. He has to be supported by the whole Republican House in Congress, and he wants to make sure that he has support of all three major groups within the Republican Party. There's the House Freedom Caucus, the Republican Study Committee, and the Moderate Tuesday group. He wants to make sure that all of these are behind him so that he doesn't have as hard of a time passing things as Boehner did. He wants to make sure that it's a united Republican Party. There are also some demands he wants met for him to do that because it's a very taxing job, and Ryan has like young children at home in Wisconsin, and he wants to be able to spend time with them. So he wants for his job to be not as hard as Boehner's was, and I lost my place, sorry. He wants it to be harder to overthrow the Speaker of the House, and he also wants a better work and then life balance so that he has time to spend with his kids as they're growing up. But his kids was also part of the reason that he has accepted along these terms, because he doesn't want them to ask him later why he didn't go for this big opportunity when he had the chance. But he wants it to be very clear that he is not running for Speaker, but he was sought out by the party. And Ryan, so he thinks that this is a point in America's history where the House of Representatives, the Republican Party, and America needs a strong leader. And that's another one of the reasons that he will accept it if he gets these conditions. He announced them actually last night, and he said that his decision will be final. He'll finalize his decision by the end of the week. So this is all via CNN, and I don't know. I mean, better than Boehner, I guess. He seems to have his life in order, so he seems to know where his priorities are, so that's always good.
But I think the way he's going about this, I think it makes sense that he wants all three parties to have him support him. And I do think it's smart because these politicians don't have a nice balance between work and their family life. They really don't. It's more work than it is family, and that also becomes a problem.
But at the same time, it's the same way for most American working families. Parents have
Exactly.
to make that decision between how much time are they going to spend at work trying to further themselves in their career and how much time are they going to spend at home raising their kids. And obviously, most parents really want to do both. And I can see why Paul Ryan wants to make sure that he can do both.
Exactly. It does make sense. And if he has small kids, he obviously wants to be there and support his kids and have that, family mentality for them where both parents are there for everything. I think that's also a good reason for him.
Yeah, that's good. It's good.
I'm glad that he's going to be making a decision soon, so then if it doesn't work out for him, that the Republican Party can really figure this out.
Yeah, because Bader's going to resign in 10 days, and there's not really much that they can do about it.
There's not much they can do about it, and that also becomes a problem for them when we don't have a Speaker of the House.
Because that is not good, because then there's no leader of the House of Representatives, and that also means that there's one less person in line for the presidency, which is also not a very good thing.
Exactly.
So now on to our sports update.
Okay, so last night the Mets beat the Cubs 5-2, and they were in Chicago. The Royals lead the ALCS 3-1. Game 5 today is at 4:07, and I'm pretty positive it's in Toronto. So this week we've got Thursday night football. Seattle Seahawks are at the San Francisco 49ers at 8:25 p.m., which should be a very interesting. It should be a very interesting game because Seattle's not doing too well. They came off a loss last week. They're coming off a loss. San Francisco, isn't doing all that well this season. So it should be an interesting game of two teams who were very, very good teams 2 years ago, and even the Seahawks last year being a very good team. They don't seem to have the same consistency. Also, the Jets are at the Patriots on Sunday. Dallas is at the Giants at 4:25. The Bills versus Jaguars are in London at 9:30 on Saturday morning. The New Jersey Devils won last night 3-2 in an overtime. Islanders won 4-0 over the Columbus Blue Jackets. The Rangers are hosting the Arizona Coyotes tomorrow at Madison Square Garden at 7 p.m. Rangers' Derek Stepan is not practicing today due to a wisdom tooth extraction. And today is also Whitey Ford's 87th birthday, so we want to give a happy birthday shout out to one of the best pitchers of all times.
Happy birthday. I know that Jets-Patriots game is going to be really interesting back in Connecticut.
It really is, because some people in Connecticut are Giants. A portion are Giants fans, a portion are Jets, a portion are Patriots.
Yeah, it's split basically right down the middle because Connecticut doesn't have its own professional sports team at all, except, we have the Connecticut Suns in basketball. You go women's basketball.
Exactly.
Yeah. But no, we just have the New England Patriots, or you've either got New England or you've got New York, and it's pretty much split right down the middle. Now, I'm from the middle of Connecticut, which means, of course, I live in a house where my dad's a Jets fan and my mom and my brother are Patriots fans. Of course.
Yeah, in my house, I grew up with being Giants fans, so that came from my mom's side, it came from my dad's side, so it was a nice... Oh, we just are Giants fans, and we're Rangers fans, so we're excited for the Rangers tomorrow, hosting Arizona. But the Jets and the Patriots are undefeated so far.
And then it's the Jets.
The Jets are 4-1. It should be a very, very interesting game. I was looking at statistics earlier today, and, when the Patriots and Jets meet this late for the first time in the season, the Jets normally fall apart.
Yeah, because the Jets are usually awful.
But I personally would want to see an upset. I'm not a big Jets fan and I'm not a big Patriots fan, but I would really like to see an upset where the Jets upset the Patriots at Gillette too. I would think that would be. I don't really want to see
that because my dad's used to losing, and if the Patriots lose at Gillette, that might be bad stuff happening in my house. Let's just say I'm glad I'm not going to be there because there's going to be lots of screaming at the TV, lots of yelling at the players, and lots of Patriots paraphernalia beating up the Jets paraphernalia in my house because my parents and my brother are big football fans. Jets-Patriots games get intense in my house.
Well, This is the first of one this is the first one of the season. There'll be a second one coming soon.
I'll make sure not to Skype them tonight.
But that's all we have really in sports updates today. So,
all right.
Do you have anything else to add, entertainment, sports-wise?
Not really. I think that's it for today's show.
Oh, but Dancing with the Stars next week.
Dancing with the Stars next week.
We got the group dances
we got
again.
Group dances. Oh, so excited for group dances.
We forgot to talk about that.
Oh, no. I'm sorry, guys.
I can pull up the dances, the dance teams.
The team captains are Bindi and Derek.
Like, I know.
Who's the other ones? Oh.
It's whoever's the highest scoring leaderboard.
Mm-hmm.
So,
because I know Carlos and Alexa are on Bindi's team, along with.
So I think the next highest scoring couple would probably be. It's either Team Nightmare, which consists of Andy Grammer, Tamar Braxton.
Andy's the captain.
He's the highest scoring?
I think so. I'm pretty sure he was the captain. That's what I saw.
Oh, okay. Nick Carter and Hayes Greer. And then on Team Who You Gonna Call is
Ghostbusters.
Bindi Irwin, Alexa Penavega and Carlos Penavega, and Alec as well. So that should be an interesting one because Mark and Derek are really good friends, and Lindsay and Whitney are best friends too. So it will be interesting to see all those best friends sort of choreographing together. When you've got, on the other team, you have very good. They only have one female on that team, which is Tamar. So it should
a little interesting.
Which should be interesting. I hope that they make her the center of attention because that would be the best.
She would absolutely deserve it too. I love her. She's so cute.
So
I think that's all we have for you guys this week. Thank you for listening to Brunch with Abby and Kate. We'll see you next week with our Dancing with the Stars update.
WICR presents This Moment in History.
3, 2, 1, and liftoff.